Salud.
Well, hello. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute. We're here right now in Seattle in our fourth and final week here. So, yeah, 4 weeks here. It's been a long time. But yeah, I wanted to do this differently, not blog style. As you can see, me with a microphone, couch, cozy. I just need a fireplace and it'll be the perfect setup. So, yeah, I wanted to make this like this style, like podcast style, because I wanted to like the title of the video says, more a personal update from myself. Speaking about several topics, that this is actually the third video I recorded about this, because it can get so long so easily, because some of these topics they can branch out into like 4 separate videos. So yeah, I'm gonna put them somewhere around here. So the first topic is life on the road. So I know some of you that have followed me on my socials, also here on YouTube, that have been wondering like how this works. That's something that I can probably leave for another video, but I want to talk about what's been happening recently. So if you all saw the last video, the Denver blog, I talk about that knee injury that I had. It wasn't that bad then, but when I got to Seattle, it was like, yeah, I need to take care of myself. So for speaking about life on the road, like for this type of job where like we're playing a 3-hour show every day and we have the rest of the time free to ourselves, it is necessary for all of us to like have a sort of a schedule. It doesn't have to be like a strict schedule. It just has to just have a sort of schedule, like for example finding things to do. So for me, one of those things is waking up early and doing a workout 6 days a week. So and that workout consisted just basic stuff like 30 minutes of jogging, running, and lifting some weights. And that did not only make me feel better physically but also mentally, and that gave me energy just for the rest of the day. So when I got this knee injury on my right knee, I had to stop doing high intensity movement on that knee. I can still walk. I can do like it's not that bad of an injury, but I cannot do like something like running. So yeah, that disrupted that, and I decided to just for a while not do any workout. So for the first 2 weeks here in Seattle, it was pretty bad for me mentally, because I was basically most of the time laying down on bed, just getting up for like picking up either food or going to get some food, and then get to work, play the show, come back, and that was it. So mentally at that point I was like feeling so bad. So which brings me to the second point of this video, which is mental health. Let me just read my notes. So yeah, for mental health, I had to navigate through this stagnant moment of this situation, and it was tough, because when you leave yourself to like so much free time, it feels shitty. I had this experience, of course, back when the pandemic started. Yeah, stagnant moments in life are just tough, because you get hit very hard mentally, at least for me. Yeah, it made me think about other stuff, like it you're not thinking only about your injury, you're also thinking about stuff like financial situations in this job, dopamine levels, which means like just giving yourself pleasure. So yeah, at that point, like I was either playing a video game, watching a movie, a TV show, watching adult films, and like that just made me feel so shitty, like not doing something physically and just laying down and just consuming things, which led me to a thing that happened on the end of the second week or the start of the third week, which was self-improvement. which is the next topic in this video. So self-improvement. I stumbled upon some videos on YouTube about like working on yourself and how does things like social media apps, media in general, like TV shows, movies, adult films, video games, like these are things that they all compile and call it like it's overstimulation. So all when you do all these things, it's like you are feeding your mind so much and you're not letting your mind like do work. So I briefly call this like the creative mind versus the dull mind. So yeah, I just started watching these videos and it just got me up. Like, this is a way that I can probably get energy back into my life, just trying to either cut some of this stuff or reduce some of it. And for most of my life, I felt that I put so much energy into this career to make it happen, because I know having a life and a career based on music, it is tough. And I'm glad that I got that sorted out, and I'm right now doing a dream job, basically. Like, this is a great job. There are zero regrets at all. But I felt that I set away some other parts of my life. So right now I'm 30 years old and I'm like, okay, I got to this point in music. That's good. I'm just gonna keep myself do what I have to do so I can keep doing what I do at my job. But right now, putting that center that used to be in music, so put that into other areas in my life that I felt that I haven't done so much, which brings me to I think this is probably the fourth topic of this video, which is social anxiety. So since, like I said, I put so much effort into this career, this life about music, I feel I obviously didn't have much. I didn't do much of this thing about like going out, having fun, that sort of thing. I'm an introvert person by nature, so even before I career music, I always been an introvert. So I don't necessarily like parties. I do like going out like during the day and that sort of thing, but ironically the time where like you go out and have fun is normally after a show, like late night. And I'm also a morning person. I like waking up early, going to the gym, getting breakfast, and by that time, like after I'm done with all that, it's like 10 a.m. So it's like perfect. I still have the whole day to do other stuff. So yeah, for this I've just been trying to put myself and just go out more, like not like every day, every night, but yeah, just whenever like there's a plan to do something, I basically consider it right now and just say, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And it feels awkward at times for me, and I just felt like I just made peace with the fact that like music, for example, that's something that, and like with everything in life in general, you just have to put yourself through it. It's not something that it's gonna be like I'm gonna do it now and it's gonna work from the first try. It's not. So yeah, I'm just sometimes doing more of that, probably 2 or 3 times a week. Just go out, have fun. So yeah, and the fifth topic of this video, which is probably the most important one, which is this thing about social media apps and content in general, consuming content. So for this, I decided to remove the social media apps from my phone, because for the longest time, I cannot tell you how many times I have picked up my phone to do something specifically. I open up the lock screen, then you see that Facebook icon with that red thing on top of the icon, and then you click there just to see. Then I really not the notification. You get to Facebook just to get there unconsciously, and then 20 minutes later of scrolling and seeing posts and other stuff, you turn down the phone, and then you remember that you forgot to do the thing that you were supposed to do. So yeah, I decided to just leave the social media apps on my iPad, since the iPad most of the time is just gonna stay in the hotel. Um, so yeah, all these things, and also the same happens with TV shows, movies, adult films, video games. These are things where you're mostly putting your mind to consume and not work. So that is that is bad. And since I did that for most of the time during my first 2 weeks here in Seattle, yeah, I just felt like shitty. I had no energy, never, during those 2 weeks. Um, so yeah, I think it is important to put the mind to work. It is either that, or also doing something like shutting it down completely by doing meditation. And I've been doing that for a couple of days now, 10 minutes every day. It's been hard because like right now the mind has is just overflowing with so much information that I have put into it, that it's this whole thing is a journey, so it's gonna take time, like everything in life. So yeah, I just wanted to cut more on these things about like just putting the mind dull and just giving it information. The only thing that I'm doing right now for that is um playing Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That's a game that I feel that even though it is a consumption content kind of thing for your mind, the game has puzzles. So it's like at times I have to think about what I have to do to get through that obstacle or that puzzle. And at times I would just like, I could not get it. And there's the temptation to open up your phone and look up how to do that specific shrine in the game. But I sometimes just like shut it down, and then if I'm playing the show or something, at one point I'm like thinking, how can I figure that puzzle out? And I'm just like playing scenarios in my mind, because when I'm playing the game and figuring out what I'm playing, I most of the time get stuck just in not thinking at that point. So ironically, I think more about how to solve that when I'm not playing the game. So yeah, it's just been an interesting experiment, and it's a great game. So yeah, that's what I want to be my main source of like content consumption, that video game. um and I still do watch movies, TV shows, but I only do those things most of the time now when I'm eating. So like, because I'm in the action of eating, I just want to just relax and watch something while I'm doing that. um and yeah, adult films, that's a separate topic, but I'm also trying to reduce that, and or just cut it. Like I know it it just draws. I mean, most of you have heard about the NoFap movement, so yeah, that thing, it just consumes so much energy. It just takes so much energy out of you. So I rather um have that exchange with more, being more with myself, by doing meditation, putting the mind to do more work, spending time with people, connecting with others. So yeah, and I can resume this whole thing in this video with one word and one phrase, which is balance and subject to change. It is important to find balance in life. Like the problem, like most of the things are not bad. It's just whenever you're doing something over excessive, that's when it becomes bad. um and subject to change. We as humans um are bound, and we have to be willing to embrace these changes. Some of them are transitionally. So for example, setting into a new job, that's a transitional change that just happens slowly. And then you have imminent changes, like this knee injury that I have that just happened, and just have to sail through that as well. And it can become a transitional change, but since it happens just like right at the moment, you just have to like wire your mind to just like do just work through it and sail yourself through that moment. So yeah, these were the topics I wanted to talk about. I think right now this is the shortest form of this video that I wanted to make, so I think this is the one that I'm gonna stick with. So channel update, what's next. So yeah, after Seattle, after this week, we're going to Salt Lake City, Utah. We'll be there for 2 weeks, and then I am lay off for 3 weeks since the company is going to travel to San Francisco, and we don't play. Some of the musicians don't play in that city. So for the first 2 of those 3 weeks, I'll be in Spain doing a school trip from back home, just coaching and playing with the concert band. So yeah, that will be fun. I feel that that's also like something that I needed to do just to also help me mentally. It was so expensive, but probably I probably won't regret it at all. Um, so yeah, and more about like the content that I'm going to do here on this channel. So I'm thinking probably doing more of the vlogs. It's hurting right now. Um, do more of the vlogs, but I want to do more different type of content. Like I've been for the longest time, I've been trying to like do a video comparing MacBook Pro versus laptop PC. So I want to get back into doing more tech videos, and also like probably do food related videos. So whenever we are in a city, so probably do some recommendations. We have my colleague and friend, trumpet player on this tour. He is all about like he's the foodie guy. So yeah, thinking about doing that, doing more content about food, great places to eat. So yeah, we'll see. For more stuff about the tour, you can check latemiss.com to see where I'm going to be at. If you're gonna be there for some reason, just let me know and grab a coffee, grab lunch, hang out, whatever. So yeah, if you stay for this long ass amount of time, thank you. I just needed to do a video of this. Just it's basically more for me than for anything else. But yeah, maybe I'll do more of this. Not this long, I promise. So yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, share. You know what to do. And I'll see you on the next one.